Hey, this is Dr. Green with Momenta Chiropractic, and today we're going to show you another exercise that we use for golfer's elbow or medial epicondylitis that affects the flexors here, the wrist flexors. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a band, and we typically like to use a band because you can kind of vary the resistance or the tension pretty easily. You can also use like a light kettlebell or a dumbbell if needed, but we just like to use a band. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and step on that band. We're going to allow our wrist or our forearm to lie right on the thigh, and we're going to keep a little bit of bend in that elbow to make sure that we're not totally extended. That's just going to be a little bit more intense here, and we just want to focus on elbow down. So what we're going to do is we're going to start in a shortened position because this is going to be an eccentric exercise. So if we go back, isometric is just holding something in one position, right? It's staying in the same position and we have a contraction. Concentric is the shortening of a muscle throughout the contraction, whereas eccentric is when we start short and then we lengthen that muscle under tension. So the eccentric exercise here for the flexors, the wrist flexors, we're going to start in that short position and then we're going to slowly allow our wrist to go into an extended position, right? That's slowly allowing the wrist flexors to lengthen under that tension. Now the goal with eccentric exercises is slow and controlled. And so we want to make sure that the band doesn't just pull us into extension. We want to be able to control going into extension to really help to strengthen some of those wrist flexors. Now again, we typically use this exercise after the pain has already gone down in the elbow. So if you've noticed that doing these exercises causes pain, probably take a step back and focus mostly on the isometric exercises or concentric exercises, because eccentric we typically use to help strengthen some of the muscles after we've already built up a load within the tendon.